What's up, y'all? It's 5:30 in the morning. We're getting ready to go check out some the geysers early in the morning. So we're just finished packing up and stuff like that. We're gonna hit the road. So it's last minute stuff. See, last minute checks on the pack. There, if you can look, you can see the sunrise in the distance. Yeah. Alright. Let's get ready. Let's get out of here. Man, it's so cold early in the morning. Oh. This is ready to go. This is ready to go. Let's do this. Yeah, let's do this. Yeah. Gloves, got some hand warmers. Yeah. Yes. Let's go. Yeah. Last minute checks, we're good to go. Let's get out of here. Alright guys, so we're out here checking out the geysers in Bolivia and the National Reserve area. So we have What's up, y'all? It's day 3 of our 3-day, 2-night adventure in the southern part of Bolivia. Currently we're at the geysers, our first stop of the day. It's 6:30 in the morning. It's freezing. It's snowing everywhere. As you can see, there's all this white stuff. It's snow. We had to leave the hostel at 5:30 this morning, which the hostel is pretty interesting. Every tour group has their own hostel, and our hostel that we got to last night, which I showed you after leaving Laguna Colorado, our hostel is pretty interesting. So at the hostel we have no hot water, we have no internet and electricity. The lady told us that she's going to run a generator for 2 hours, so we have 2 hours to charge any of our devices and stuff. At 9:15 she's shutting the generators back off for the rest of the night. So basically we only had 2 hours of electricity. Amazing for being in the southern part of Bolivia and stuff, but that's pretty much how everything is gonna go. Whew. All right, guys. So as you can see, surrounding all this steam and the smell of sulfur, this area is known as Sol de Mañana, one of the most important, interesting areas that you can visit on your 3-day, 2-night tour into the southern part of Bolivia. We're still in the Eduardo Alvarado National Reserve area as we still venture south. So all of this is part of this reserve, which is fantastic. As you can see, this area is nothing but volcanic activity of bubbling mud pits, geyser, and the strong smell of sulfur. Now, our guide, Jose, was sitting there telling us that this area is also used for the pulls electricity from the power plant. That's where they get some of their electricity from. Hopefully, we'll be able to check out that. But he also told us, like, as we walk around, just to be careful, because even though it looks like it's sturdy, some of the areas are very loose, and there's a chance that you might fall into one of these bubbling mud pits, which he says is basically the temperature is a little bit over several thousand degrees Celsius, something I definitely don't want to do all here. But the other interesting thing is currently we are at 16,000 feet looking at volcanic activity, which is an amazing stuff like that. So without further ado, I want to give you guys some extra views of this area before we head on over to the next area, and hopefully we'll be able to sit there and check out the power plant while we're on our way. All right, guys, take a look around and let's get ready to go. All right, cool.
no te puedo ver cuando te fuiste con él. No me dejaste a mí. Dime qué hacemos si siempre vuelves con él. No sé si es un juego. Solo dame de tu amor. Dame de tu amor, dame de tu amor. Baby, si te vas daño me haces. Te espero pero se hace tarde. Dame de tu amor. Dame de tu amor, dame de tu amor. Baby, tú sabes que falta me haces. Yo no quiero ilusionarme. Dame de tu amor. Dame de tu
What's up,
amor.
y'all? All right, so we're here at the Pocus Hot Springs, which is a hot spring that's heated by volcanic activity from the volcano just behind me, the Pocus volcano. Unfortunately, it's dormant and it's covered in snow, so I think we should be good. I would have loved to give you guys some photos and videos of the power plant that was right past Sol de Mañana, but unfortunately, on the way to there and on the way past it, we were stopped by the Bolivian military who stopped us to check our paperwork, and they actually had us get out the vehicle and search the vehicle to make sure we wasn't carrying any contrabands or anything like that before letting us go. So from there we was able to get away from those guys, and now we're here relaxing in the Pocus hot springs. The weather is cold outside. It's about 40, 45 degrees right now, but this water is about 30 degrees Celsius. That's about 80, 86 degrees Fahrenheit. So it's nice and relaxing. Also, good thing is my guy said we're not going to do lunch here, which is good because I just watched a lady slaughter a llama like right in front of us. So I'm just gonna chill here in the hot spring and let you guys get some looks of the valley and everything around us, and hopefully we can pick up some llamas. But yeah, so I'm gonna sit back and relax and let you guys take some of the sights.
Yo no quiero ilusionarme. Dame de tu amor. Dame de tu amor, dame de tu amor. Yo también fui culpable en la situación de que se enteraran de los dos. Esa noche en mi habitación me mentiste y me negaste. Nuestras fotos tú borraste. Mis llamadas declinaste. Todo por proteger esa relación. Si decido dejarte ir, me buscas otra vez. Dije que no te quiero ver y tú vuelves a insistir. Cuando yo estaba para ti, decías que fue por mí, que lo dejaste a él. Solo dame de tu amor, baby. Si te vas daño me haces. Te espero pero se hace tarde. Dame de tu amor, baby. Tú sabes que falta me haces. Yo no quiero ilusionarme. Dame de tu amor, dame de tu amor. Solo dame de tu amor. Dame de tu amor. Solo dame de tu amor.
What's up, everybody? We are currently in the southernmost part of Bolivia. We are literally like 15 minutes away from the Chilean border, but we're gonna hit this area before we started heading back up north. We are currently in the Pampajara Desert. It also goes by a more popular name, the Salvador Dali Desert or Valle de Dali, because it resembles one of his surrealist paintings, you know, with the clock melting in the desert. But a cool fact, as far as my guide know, and as far as everybody knows, Salvador Dali has never visited this area. He probably doesn't even know about this area. But all the tourists that come here from Europe and from America, they say this looks like his surrealist painting. So the Bolivians like, yeah, it's the Salvador Dali desert. So cool. This is as far as we go. Now we start to make our way back up north as we start to head back toward the city of Uyuni. So let's check this out, and we'll hit the road and get on the road again, okay? All right, cool, guys. Later. All right, everybody, check this out. Look, we have finally returned back to Laguna Colorado, aka Red Lagoon, after about being in the Dali Desert for a little bit over an hour. This is our last stop in the Alvaroa National Reserve. It was also our first stop yesterday in the reserve, and it's also going to be where we're stopping for lunch. So we talked to Jose, and he told us from here on out we're going to start making our way back up to Uyuni. We're going to stop at a few other lagoons, but we're going to start heading back north. As you can see right now, it's sunnier today than it was yesterday. It's about midday. I forgot to charge my watch, so I don't know exactly the correct time, but you can see the lagoon looks definitely different than it did yesterday when we arrived close to sunset. Now, the good thing, as you can see, is the sky is pretty clear of clouds, so you can actually see the red and the blue parts of the lagoon, which are divided by the various islands of white borax that are in the center and along the far coast. Even with that backdrop of the Andes Mountain, it looks fantastic, right? Now, what we do know, as I was told yesterday, is the red color is from the algae in the water that the flamingos eat. It's also which turns the feathers pink. So that's pretty cool. I guess flamingos were born white and stuff, but they're now pink. The other cool thing is that the lagoon is only about a meter deep, so the flamingos don't even have to work hard for their food. We asked Jose, is it possible to swim in the lagoon, or can we walk out and feed the flamingos? The quick answer, he said, is yes, but the long answer is that you're going to get stuck in the mud after about a few feet, and they'll have to pull us out. So, and the fact that I only have one pair of shoes, it's not advisable. So, fair point, Jose. So, as we start to head back, I'm going to let Dresden show you the lagoon as we try to get back to the huts to get some lunch. Cool? All right, guys. Catch you guys in a bit. Should we take the short? Huh?
I'm not sure I want to follow her. How do we?
I kind of want to follow
I
her.
kind of want to see this.
Well, they already have this walkway right here, and it leads over to there, and it just...
Step by step, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Come back! Teach us your way. He's so pissed when we get back in like 5 minutes and he hasn't even put the food on. Yeah. His meat's just out of the car.
All right. Well, my shoes already fucked, so it's already...
I have shoes that get wet very easily.
Me too, but fun stuff.
How is she doing? Okay.
The stones, every stone.
Every stone.
And it's a bit more solid over there.
Yeah, these rocks are solid. It's not that deep. Well, it's not. It's just...
That's fine. I thought it was actually like...
Yeah. Leave it to the lady who's carrying a bag on her back to show us like, hey, you fools. Yeah.
Lava.
Yeah, these are all lava rocks. Yeah.
Like a little crossing.
Stuff out here. We're on the way to another one, but made a quick stop off here, which is fantastic. Like getting around in nature is awesome. We're still at like 4,000 nautical meters, 4,000 meters above sea level. So yeah, but it's a good walk, man. Surrounded by such beautiful scenery. Can you see all that? Look at that. Look at that lake right there. Look at that laguna. You don't get to see things like that too often. It's fantastic to see. So yeah, Up here.
All-time high, anxiety is showing underneath my eyes. Watching as I let you take up all my time, just to do it over again.
Alright, so this brings my time in Bolivia to an end for now, y'all. I can definitely say it has been an exciting 10 days of visiting La Paz, the highest capital city in the world in the north, to the amazing salt flats of Uyuni and the flamingos and deserts in the far south. In that time, I got to meet some good friends from around the world that I will definitely see again. We even got to spend time with the locals in the north and the south and learn a little bit more about the customs, culture, and politics of this landlocked country surrounded on all sides by 5 different countries and the Amazon. I took you guys along as I walked through a flea market that spans several city blocks in an alto. And at an altitude of 13,000 feet, it is definitely the highest one I've ever been to. We had the privilege of checking out a Cholita's wrestling match put on by the indigenous women of Bolivia. And I got the chance to hike a 19,000 foot mountain where the temperature in the view changes in mere seconds. I also had you guys along with me as I biked down the world's most dangerous road. But with all that said, there's still so much more to do and see in this country that I didn't get a chance to. So I definitely have to come back again to finish. But until I come back, I invite you to come and visit the highest country in the world, where the altitude will definitely test your endurance first. Also, if you like what I'm doing here as I travel the world and find things about this interesting world we live in, then I invite you to like and subscribe as I take this journey. Thank you very much.